thrills.
All right, we
No
back. Okay, what's up, boys,
smoker.
girls, and MBs? This is CJ and Corey, and we are back on board. Birds and the boys. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. I almost had it.
That's pretty good. That's
I
pretty good.
almost had it, bro. What's up, y'all? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. We so glad to be here. You know, hey, hey, Corey, we alive. We well. We saw each other for the first time in a minute this weekend. Actually, I mean, we actually seen each other like twice this month, which is
Yeah,
good. But with the whole fam, the whole crew together
it was
this
crazy.
weekend,
It was
it was
crazy.
great to see. How'd you feel before we get into NFL content? How'd you feel about all of the college football stuff this weekend, bro?
It was a lot of good games.
Yeah.
Texas and OU went about what I thought it was gonna go like. Texas is really a good team, so that's not to say that OU isn't, but there's just Texas is different this year, and I
Mm-hmm.
think people
Mm-hmm.
gotta really recognize that one. And then we had a bunch of conversations today about that Heisman
I
boy.
still think you're wrong, but you know I'm gonna let
I
the
don't
season pan out. I'm gonna let
no.
the season
Our
pan out.
Here's the thing: our differences in opinion
Uh huh.
come from what we believe the Heisman should be.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what I have come to the conclusion of.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think the Heisman should be who is the best football player that year.
Mm. Mm. I think it's
Eh,
the person who's the most physically, the most dominant player, right? I think that
yes,
should
okay,
be.
and
Yeah.
that oh, see, I now I can see where our disagreement comes from
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because on if it's from that perspective, I can see your argument. If it's from my perspective, there's nobody who should get the Heisman outside of Travis Hunter. If we're talking about who's the best football player this year in NCAA.
Mm.
So, and if you talk to anybody else, it's the quarterback's award. So, does it really even matter at the end of the day?
It's a quarterback award, regardless of what we think about it. To be
Yeah,
honest with you,
we
so
could
it don't
we could
really.
argue all day. They gonna give it to damn Cam Ward, Jalen Milrow,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel,
Anyway,
I can't believe it, bro. If Dylan Gabriel gets that award, I might be the most upset. I think, like he's doing
facts.
good, so don't get me wrong, but it's just like, come on, man. This man had to leave Oklahoma last year because they did not do as well as they thought they should have been. But it is
I'm
what it
also
is,
like I'm tired. I'll be wanting to watch the Colorado games, but I'm tired of watching the. I'm tired of watching the games at
bro. It's so
midnight,
late.
boy.
Hey, token,
I'll
bro.
be
Hey,
up
bro,
like this. Nah,
bro.
I don't want. Tote got Oregon in the NCAA in the Dynasty League.
Yeah,
That man is cheating.
he
Okay,
really is, bro.
let it be known right now, because somebody said he had the best recruiting class. Let it be known right
Technically,
now. Y'all gonna have some problems with Oregon this year. If you're in the league, y'all gonna have some problems with Oregon.
we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I do believe he's a lot
Yeah, all right.
better. I see. Hey, I don't play him, so I'm fine. I'm straight.
It ain't
So
it ain't
it is
even
what it
about
is.
him being a lot better. Good job trying to stop the run with them linemen. Good job. Every single
Hey.
one of his defensive players got stars underneath their
Oh,
name, bro.
yeah, that's a little much.
Bro, everyone.
That's
His
a
his
little much.
his strong safety might be 6'8", bro.
That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Oh my god, I didn't know he had
Good
him like
luck,
that.
bro.
Shit.
Good luck.
Oh, that's why I was like, why is my light not? Because I have my big light on. All right, now we right where we need to be.
Wait, did you change
So
up
what you
your
mean?
background?
No, I just the camera a little shifted, just a little
Oh,
bit.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I mean, like, I was in a good place in the past few weeks, but I just want to
I'm
be
just
better
missing
than y'all to see.
I'm missing all the scary stuff,
Oh no, that shit's right in front of me on the wall right here. You know that's about to get out of here though, so we'll see about all. Hey y'all, so another week in the books for NFL. We are now heading into week 7. I'm gonna say this, man. We're gonna get into it when it comes to the birds and the boys, but hey, man, the league is pretty intense this year, bro. A lot of surprise teams, a lot of interesting storylines going on. And this is the place to have that conversation. This is what we like to do. We like to look at the league and say, hey, man, this is what's going on that's going good, and this is what's going on that's kind of weird. And so, right now, looking at the NFL, looking at what we have in front of us, it looks like what we have been talking about in this conversation, in this podcast, the Detroit Lions absolutely look like the best team in the league. Just bar none, just demolishing teams. I mean, we ain't gonna talk about the Cowboys and how bad they are, but we will just say
Oh,
They
yes, we
beating the
will.
bad teams the way they need to be. I mean, we're gonna talk about them in a second, but not in this particular moment. We just speaking about Detroit. I think we've been pretty correct on that one, Corey. How you feel?
I've been saying this is now my third year,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm actually good. I'm happy to see that they have ascended to where everybody else is really talking to them too.
Mm-hmm.
They are by far, I say by far, maybe by far is a stretch. They are clearly the best team in the NFC. Now, can I make the argument for them being the best team in the NFL? I will take an argument for people who want to say they're the best team in the NFL. I'll take an argument for that. But there's no argument that they are to me, they're the best team in the NFC. And I know you might say like San Francisco or something.
No. Mm-mm.
I don't think there's a team in the NFC right now that is playing as well as they are playing from every facet of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. But they are playing lights out, bro. They are clicked. They look like, dare I say it, 2017, 2018 Eagles.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough.
They do.
The Eagles that year that's tough. I mean, that was
They had
pure
their
dominance.
identity. That's what I'm saying. They have their identity. They were good in all facets of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Offense, defense, and special teams. They were willing to try things, willing to do the little, funky fake special plays and stuff, all of that.
It's really easy when you going against a D team Cowboys defense,
100%. And when you're up by 30 points, do whatever you want to do. But my point is, they are living in their identity. They look a lot like, and people are for some reason still somewhat counting them out. So to me, they look like the 2017, 2018 Eagles.
I think it's just because the coach is a little bit funny, and Jared Goff used to be a bust, and now is not a bust anymore. And people still have a hard time trying to get over that part. But yeah, man, I will say this, man, to anybody who looks at the NFL and says, I don't know if they're the best team in the NFL, my question is, what team in the AFC looks better than them right now today? Like, tell me someone, anybody.
I don't think in the AFC.
In the AFC, anybody.
Here's the thing: people will say Kansas City.
No,
but I don't think so either. I don't think they look better.
Yeah.
But I will never count out Kansas City because they always find a way. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they look better. I don't think they're a better team right now.
I don't think anybody will ever count out Patrick Mahomes because his name is Mahomes and he just does amazing, impossible things on the field. But I'll say this: physicality, scheme, defense, and a quarterback who is clearly not afraid to throw the ball in the tight pockets and then deep down the field and then dump off to the two running backs who are just feasting all over the field. I mean, that team is just impeccable right now. And I think I'm excited for Detroit fans. You know what I'm saying? I know the Cowboys are my team and we lost really bad, but I can be impartial for a second and say Detroit's been down bad a lot longer than the Cowboys have been down bad. So I'm glad to see a team be able to overcome that down badness and get to where they're at right now. So shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Detroit. All right, man. Corey, hey, bro. All right. So I got some questions for you today. I wanted to recap some things. We're gonna start off. We're gonna go over the East and we're gonna go over our teams real quick. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna give you your big ups because the Eagles, the only team in the NFC East to walk away from Week 6 with a dub. Man, how you feeling?
It does. Like I said, my favorite Sunday is a Sunday where the Eagles win and the Cowboys lose. It's my favorite Sunday in the books. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, if the air gets a little crisp outside, it's even better. You know what I'm saying? Now, the air wasn't crisp. It was hot. But it doesn't matter because it was still a good Sunday. Now, here's what I will say in general. Yes, it was a good day. We won the NFC East. But it wasn't like – I don't feel too good. And it's looking like the NFC is it's not where I thought it was going to be at the beginning of the year. Now, the Giants, I think we both foresaw.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're always going to be bad. I'm not going to ever say anything good about the Giants.
No, they're not a good team. If you're a Giants fan, I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Or a Giants fan, come on the show. We can talk about it. I knew the Commanders would be nice. I didn't know they'd be this strong.
I didn't know that Jaden Daniels was going to be where he was going to be in the first year.
He's the reason why I thought, like, okay, I think they might be good because they have a roster and they kind of have the culture. So I can see them having a positive season, but I don't know.
I didn't really think that they had a roster, though. That was
I did.
Hiccup. I mean, their wide receivers, I was like, you trade away Johan Doxson? I don't know if that's a good idea. And then, lo and behold, they don't really matter for them. They're fine.
But I think that they're doing like pretty well as far as I I knew that they would probably have some drawbacks. They would have a positive season. I didn't think they'd be as good as they are now. Now I thought my beloved Eagles would be about where they are. Not where they are. I thought they would be undefeated through right now.
You
And
thought they were going to be undefeated through right now?
through right now, I thought they weren't going to lose. Like if at the beginning of the season, I didn't see them losing. And hear me out real quick. Sans Saquon Barkley dropped football, we're really not that far away.
Y'all are what, 4-2?
And two, right now, I can easily see us being 5-1, and I can stretch see us being 6-0. So I don't feel like I'm too far off. We definitely not far off from the 5-1. Okay. Now the other loss, whatever. But if my mans don't drop the ball, we win that game. And this is a 2-yard pass, right? Huh? Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, but no,
Bucks and Falcons. The Bucks and Falcons.
Yeah, Bucks and Falcons. Yeah.
So
and we'll talk about the Bucks in a second. We'll talk about
for
the Bucks
sure.
in a second. Yeah,
now, so we got the dub this week, but it wasn't a win is a win. No cap. Win is a win.
A win is a win.
But not all wins are created equal, and I'm sure I hope you talk about this as a Cowboy fan. Not all losses are created equal. While I am happy that we won, I am not happy that we squeaked past the Browns, bro. The Browns are not good. They're not good. And I just want to read out some stats for you, bro. This is what I mean by like things don't make sense.
Yeah.
We put up 20 points. Jalen Hurts threw 264 yards, which is pretty much the third most yards for this week. So it wasn't like he wasn't tossing the rock. A.J. Brown was our leading receiver with 116 yards. Why did we only have 20 points? You see what I'm saying?
What was going on in the red zone, Corey?
We've been struggling there all season. We've been struggling there all season,
which is weird.
Thank you, because it's not a mark of a good team, and we have the tush push. So it's just wild.
The tush push, the number one fantasy running back, and then you also have Saquon Barkley. So you have
Facts,
the number
one who only had 47 yards. We need to continue to feed him. Like I said, he needs 22 carries a game. I don't care what it is. He needs 22 touches a game.
I don't know if you caught my joke, but yeah.
No, I caught your joke. And then, as Vontae said in the comments, he said, please address the Nick Sirianni situation. Now, granted, CJ, I may be jaded, bro. I may be like a coach lover too much. We talked about this with Dougie P. Dougie P, I love you, my boy. I really do. But I can't. It's hard. I was blinded. I couldn't see. The Jaguars trash. Okay, I couldn't see.
Yeah. And
I'm starting to feel that way with Nick Sirianni, bro. On one hand, I'm like, he's so Philly, and this is why we brought him in, right? He's the only coach that's gonna go back and forth with the fans, right? He gonna go back and forth, and then on the other hand, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're a child, bro. No, there's no leadership in there. They don't trust you. So the Nick Sirianni situation, I thought if we lose to the Browns, he's out of there. They're firing him. But he just saved himself. He bought himself a little more time. Now, at the end of the game, it looked like he was going back and forth with the fans. He was going back and forth with the fans. Now, he came back the next day, he apologized, but the fan came out and actually stated what happened. I saw this on Reddit. They posted video evidence and some other proof. So what happened was they was yelling at Nick Sirianni to run the ball, do this, that, and the third. Nick Sirianni, this is during the game. Nick Sirianni turned around to him and said, calm down. Like, I'm going to get to it. Like, calm down. I'm going to get to it. Right? Now, we ran the ball a little bit else. We sealed the game away. We won the game. Nick Sirianni goes back like, oh, I don't hear y'all booing now. You see I run the ball. You know what I'm saying? I told you I was going to get at it. Which now y'all clapping and cheering. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he was just, I like that. Like, honestly, if I'm being honest, the reason why I see all the players still rally around Nick and they say they love Nick is because he going to do that. Because that's what the players would do. We are fans, bro. Yes, we see stuff and we come for a certain product, but we can't act like we coaches, right? Like we really can't act like we coach. We can say
Jerry Jones. All right.
No. We can act like we coaches because we paid the money. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean nothing, right? Like we're not the coach. So even as much as I can yell at Nick Sirianni to do one thing, it doesn't mean he's going to do it. And I guarantee you, even myself, if I had the opportunity to be the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, bro, I'm going to face the same scrutiny because no decision is going to be perfect, right? And we're talking about the NFL, dog. We're talking about, even though the Browns defense sucks, Myles Garrett was getting off.
Myles Garrett is I feel so bad for Myles Garrett for a lot of reasons. The number one is that he has had the most putrid offense his entire career, and it might be the probably I want to say top 5 defensive end career at this point.
100%.
He's just so good, bro. It's so sad, but yes, no.
And our left tackle got hurt. Didn't play the rest of the game. So like things happen that we're not thinking about. So I'm not as far as Jerry Jones. I do think this though too. He came out and said, "Oh, the boos don't help, yada yada yada." So on Nick part, Nick, you gotta shut up with that, bro.
Yeah,
we paid our money. We want a product.
Yeah.
When the iPhone comes out and the iPhone 16 sucks, you know what we do? We boo. We get on Twitter and we boo that, bro.
We still got that shit, but
if I go to McDonald's and get cold fries, I'm sending it back. Like it's no different here. I paid my money to come see a product, and if y'all sucking, I'm gonna boo. And if y'all doing well, I'm gonna cheer. Yeah. So that's just what you got to deal with. Whether it helps you or not, it doesn't matter, bro. Like I'm paying to see the product. You getting paid for the product. I want a good product. So when it's not good, people gonna boo. And when it is good, it is what it is. So I'm glad that we got the dub. I'm glad that the Cowboys got a fat L. So you tell me how you feeling.
All right, Corey. I've been prepared for this for a minute. Honestly, since the fucking Saints loss, I've been prepared for. No, fuck all that. Since the Green Bay loss, I've really been prepared for this conversation. And I think I spoke about it a little bit too before this. All right, I'm gonna calm down. Before I get into it because we're gonna build up, right? You know, the number one thing I hate about content creation in sports and stuff like that is that a lot of times
people be ranting.
They be ranting, but they don't really got a lot of like actual factual, points to be made. And I'm gonna make
going off emotion. Get your emotion off if you gotta get it off. Go ahead.
I feel you. I expect it. Your feelings are valid, but however, I'm going to get my points off real quick. So the Cowboys are who we thought we were, right? I think that the everybody, and this is what I want to make sure. I'm gonna set some parameters first, right? I ain't talking shit about Dak Prescott because as much as you want to talk shit about Dak Prescott, look, man, he the only person on this goddamn team, bro. that
no
at this
CD?
Point in time, I mean, bro, even CD, bro. He's the only person in this goddamn team that like looks like he is frustrated on the field and trying to do as much as he can to win the games. You can see it in his eyes when he's on the field. He's trying the best he can. So I'm not gonna go at Dak Prescott too much. He needs to play better. We all know that he's $60 million man. I hate those conversations though because I think that like it's so dumb to talk about quarterback money. The shit is like Monopoly, bro. It is what it is. They're gonna get their money regardless if they're the best QB in the league or QB number 15. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is. Don't talk to me about QBs anymore, bro. But what I'm really, really frustrated about, and this is highlighted more because of what happened yesterday with Jerry Jones and 105-3 The Fan with Sean, Sharif, and RJ and Bobby and all them folks who put in their hard work and effort to make content over what I consider to be the worst Cowboys team since I've been born. It's worse than when Quincy Carter was the quarterback, when Vinny Testaverde had to take over, when we were down bad in 2010 and had to fire a coach mid-season. This team is worse than that. We're damn sure worse. We've not historically been worse on running the ball and stopping the run. And those are the two things that continuously fuck us since the Packers beat us in January in the playoffs in the first round. And we have sat here and begged Jerry from January to August, Jerry, please do something to address these issues. Please draft a running back. Just draft a running back, Jerry. Can you do at least that? Please draft some DTs that make some damn sense. And he do in the 7th round, but then let that guy walk when you have to cut to 53, even though that man's been better than your first round DT who you picked the year before. So, you know what, man? I could be very upset about the Cowboys, but I'm going to choose to protect my peace and just say this is who we knew they were. But I got some words for Jerry. Because, Jerry, you some scumbag shit, bro. You did some real scumbag shit this week. All right?
Talk.
You
Talk
you
that
gonna
talk.
be here and you a billionaire, dog. We know you got it. You don't gotta sit here and flex on people who are working a 9 to 5 and talk about if I wanted to be asked these questions, let me go ask someone else who was an actual fan. Let me take my business elsewhere. Let me take your livelihood, bro. What you doing, dude? We talked a lot of shit about Nick Sirianni this weekend before Monday, bro. I don't give a damn about what Nick Sirianni's doing on the sidelines because we got a coach who's not coach. We have an owner who's a bigger embarrassment than anybody else in the National Football League right now. And you know what? He's been like that since the '90s, dude. If you let me give you some history, Corey, because I don't know if you are fully aware of this. Do you know who Brad Sham is?
No.
You may have heard of him because he's a Dallas sports legend when it comes to reporting. He used to call the Cowboys games. He hasn't since 1994. Why, Corey? Because Jerry Jones didn't like what Brad had to say about the team when Jimmy Johnson left. Do you know who Dan Hansen is?
I know who that is.
Yeah, he was Brad's longtime announcing partner for the Cowboys radio until Brad left in 1994 and Dan left in 1995 and went to Channel 8. So, you know, the two things that they have in common, Corey, is that Jerry Jones ran them out of their spot because Jerry Jones believes that he is so powerful, he can mitigate what is said about his team and how he runs it. And the problem with that, Jerry, is if you weren't so maniacal, and so goddamn stupid, we would not be in a position to have to critique you. If you, unfortunately, did not take upon yourself to say you're the GM of the franchise, a thing that you don't do a damn thing for most time, like I want to say like 190 days out of the year, you're not really doing GMing, bro. You're just watching the team that you put together in the spring. And then you just let that shit blow up, bro. Because you don't be doing a damn thing during this year to mitigate or do anything to make this team and make the players and make everything a competing product. And so why do I have to care more about a team that the goddamn owner and general manager doesn't give a damn about? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Corey, did you know since 1995, the Dallas Cowboys, during the year, outside of a draft day trade, have not gotten anything more than a 5th-round pick back when it comes to draft capital? Did you know that,
Oh
Corey?
yeah.
Did you know
That don't be moving pieces.
guess what that means, Corey? It means that we can't even be fucking sellers in a year where we're probably gonna go. Honestly, God, we're gonna be under 500 this year, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
y'all
gotta move on some pieces. Like
we got to,
yeah.
we have to, and that may mean like the Marcus Lawrence isn't back. That may mean that we're moving off a linebacker that we may like a little bit more than others. A safety like we got
Dare I say, send your boy Michael Parsons to the Lions?
No, that's not gonna happen, bro. There's untradables that you just don't do because that's bad. That's a bad GM move to trade Michael Parsons in a contract year when that's not smart. you can move off other things. Donovan Wilson is a big move. Malik Hooker is a big move that we can get off. We got 2 all-pro cornerbacks. If you really wanted to make some moves, bro, one of them was on the contract. Bro, I'm being serious. Like, consider some stuff. Think about those things because even if you love those players, you got to get out of our guy mentality because that's not won you a Super Bowl in 30 years, bro. I turned 30 next year.
Michael Parsons.
No. Again, our guys.
Send that nigga to Philly, boy. Send him to Philly.
No, we're not gonna do all that. There's our guys, and then there's like the guys. You don't move off of CD, Dak, or Micah because those are the guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you move off of Diggs because he's under contract. It makes a lot of sense to keep him there. DeRon Bland maybe because he's gonna be up for a contract next year, and just some conversations. But whatever, bro. Just start considering some actual options here because what I have seen on this goddamn team since I have been born is a lot of mediocrity and a lot of things that don't matter when it comes to the actual football product. It's a lot of marketing. It's a lot of gimmicks. It's a lot of, we them boys in the star and all that stuff like that. But it's not about playing the fucking game and putting your cap on, going to the field, putting the hat on the hat, getting to the end zone, and winning some fucking football games. And that's the problem that I have with the Cowboys right now. We need to fix this shit, bro. From the ground up. Not from the ground up, because this is the mentality that has gotten us. It's the top down that we need to fix. The top down is what's been messing us up. right? We don't need no family members making the personnel decisions. Steven need to get the fuck off the team with the cap space, bro. He was an engineer who got his degree from Arkansas. Why the fuck is he running my cap space right now, dog? He ain't got it like that, bro.
Wait.
He taught waitresses, bro, how to be a waitress before he was a Cowboy.
Hey, Monte, the Cowboys and Lakers? Organizationally?
Oh, shit.
Are the Cowboys and Lakers?
Ooh. I don't know about that.
I'm just saying, as far as the Bus family type of,
the Lakers have won a championship, like multiple times in the last 20 years, though. I'm not gonna sit here and put the Lakers like that.
I'm just talking family. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it all in the organization. Sure. The nepotism. Some people think the family nepotism is holding the Lakers back.
Fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that. You know what the Lakers did not do? Who is the GM of the Lakers? The last name is not Bus for the GM of the Lakers.
That's true. Okay.
You know what I mean? Fuck all that shit. All right. You know what I mean? That's the thing that we gotta really decipher between Jerry and every other owner everywhere. Is at the end of the day, we can talk about Mark Cuban, Al Davis, the Bus family, the people who used to own the Yankees, the people who own the Clippers. They all were terrible owners. The one they didn't do is have someone with their last name be the general manager, and that's the biggest issue with the Cowboys right now. That's the sole issue with the Cowboys right now is they can't get
Cuban was a terrible owner.
Cuban, bro. I'm not saying he's a terrible owner, but he's done things and had decision making. I mean, bro, we won one championship. Cuban's a different layer. Cuban's a different layer. I get you. As a Mavs fan, I understand.
I'm about to say we Mavs fan.
As a Mavs fan, I understand. What I'm saying is, and here you go. Hunter's saying it right now. Elite NFL teams typically have good ownership that delegate. We don't got no delegation, dog. We got one old ass nigga who don't have no idea what's happening on Twitter or any other space trying to be a marketing genius and the GM of the franchise instead of letting someone who has the capacity and experience and the biggest thing, the feeling that I may lose my job if I don't do a good job, run the ship. Because Jerry don't feel that. Jerry don't feel that shit.
Like you need a Howie, right?
Bro, you need a Howie, dog. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Hey, you don't want us to need a Howie. You don't want us to need a Howie, though. Because I have a feeling if Jerry really wanted to get Howie, he would get Howie. You know what I'm saying? But that's a problem. You never have to worry about that. Because Howie would never.
Howie would get shot before he made it to Dallas, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying that even I would. I'm just saying if that shit were to happen.
That'd be crazy.
It's going to be a TMZ breaking news.
Oh,
that's crazy.
That's the first person I would call would be Howie Roseman, bro. Come and fix my franchise, dog. But no, that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. We have to compartmentalize the fact that as a fan, until this man and I hate to say it because it's not fun to say, but until this man passed away, bro, like my team's kind of fucked, bro. I'm going to be probably 35 until I at least see something change with the Cowboys organization. I don't think Steven has the heart to run it when Jerry passes away. And I'm perfectly fine with that because it's a lot of like
maybe
Steven doesn't have the mentality to like the backbone to deal with the criticism like Jerry does. You know what I mean?
But hear me out though. That could be the thing you need because maybe he doesn't want to deal with the criticism. So then he starts to go what would be the normal alignment of what the business is to where like he can get, because I'm sure Steven maybe does. If we look at the Dallas Cowboys in general, if you look at any of these NFL teams, but we're going to talk about the Cowboys because the Cowboys are one of the biggest, if not the biggest sports brand, right? Yep. They have a bunch of money. You can't go anywhere in the world without seeing that goddamn blue star. It makes me want to fucking vomit, but whatever. My point is, Steven may have that business savvy and recognize that he don't have the football shit and say, I'm going to let the other people do the football shit. I'm still going to take the brand where it needs to go. I'll let them do the football stuff. So it might be that.
Unfortunately, Steven don't have the personality. I get what you're saying, but Steven is not a personality
but hear me out.
Jerry is, and that helps the Cowboys.
Hear me out.
Clicks, that gets views. That's the thing that makes them sell.
How many owners be seen?
But that's my other thing is I don't want my owner to be seen, Corey. I want my owner to shut the fuck up and let the general manager be seen.
That's what I'm saying.
Let that individual. You know what I mean?
I'm saying maybe Steven recognizes what Hunter's saying. Maybe Steven will delegate. Maybe he recognizes I don't have the personality.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I still have the business cachet. Let me get the fuck out the way. I don't know. I don't be paying attention to the Cowboys franchise as far as the business. But he may, because like nobody's gonna argue that Jerry Jones ain't a businessman. So maybe Steven got a little bit of that.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And says, fuck it. I'm gonna get out the way, let them do what they do, and I can dodge all them bullets. And if it really gets bad, fuck, I'll sell it or something like that. But like, are you really gonna sell the Cowboys? No.
I think that there's a world in which 10 years from now the Cowboys are not under a Jones family. And I'm fine with that. I think that would take a hit. Yeah, about 10 years. I think about 10 years.
Well, I say about 35 years.
I think it would take. Well, you thought that with the I thought that was when the Yankees were sold from the Steinbrenner family. That was a team that was in the same vein as the Cowboys. I never thought they were not going to be under that ownership. And then you got the patriarch who passes away, and like 5 years later they sell the team. And I think that that's a very similar arc that we can see with the Cowboys. I'm surprised the Raiders haven't been sold. That was one when Al Davis passed away. I was like, all right, ain't no way his son want to keep that shit.
Didn't Tom Brady just finally get through on us being
He's
a minority
owner? That's not the same thing.
No. Sure. But I think that anytime we start getting into the minority owner type talk,
you start
it's very much so indication. Yeah. Kind of like Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban has, even though he's got less stakes, so he's technically minority owner.
Oh, he is the minority. Addison family owns outright.
That's what I'm saying.
Now. Yeah.
Mark don't get off that bit. You know what I'm saying? You don't unless if you up here you sliding down, you're trying to get out, and if you're getting in at minority, you're trying to get in. So I'm thinking at some point, especially with people talking about Vegas might have an NBA team, and once Bron retires, he's probably gonna get stake in that, and maybe have, you know what I mean? Like them goats becoming these owners. And we've seen it happen with MJ and everybody else, but it's business at this point, right? Yeah. Like, as long as they know the business, Las Vegas is a visiting team's home game.
Funny. I saw that too. As soon as you started, that was really serious. I think that there is a lot to be said about what could happen when Jerry does eventually pass away or leave the team, and I think there's a lot more to be said, though, about the next 5 years. Because the next 5 years are very crucial for the Cowboys, right? Because let's just say, and the other thing is too, and I'm gonna get back to Jerry and what happened on Tuesday in a second. Let's just say though, Jerry passes away, the Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl, and all their big time contracts come off the board and players start leaving because Jerry's no longer the owner. The Cowboys are gonna be in a really bad predicament. They're gonna be in a really
for Jerry.
Huh? I don't think they're staying for Jerry, but Jerry brings eyes, and eyes are, I think, a lot of like the agents can see like the brand and marketability of having a player on the Cowboys. It's going to be stronger, and that I truly do believe that's going to take a hit if Jerry's not the owner anymore, or like not running the show in the way he is right now. And I think that's why he wants to keep it that way, because Jerry doesn't care about the fucking football team and winning. He says he does. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he
cares about the brand. He cares about the money because that's what gets them money, dog. And so. All that shit, bro. All that shit. Going back to Tuesday, bro, and the punk ass shit that he pulled and doubled down on later in the day. I'm going to say this, bro. I'm going to say this. He made a comment where he's like, if I wanted someone to comment and critique me, I would let a fan do that. Well, Jerry, we consider ourselves the most educated fans in the NFL right here in these two. Right here, this box and the Eagle box over to the left of me, we consider ourselves to be the top two educated fans out here. And let me go as a fan. I'm gonna tell you this, dog. It don't take a football genius to see what the fuck is wrong with your team, dog. It don't take much eyes. Like, I just gotta open them bitch and look at the screen to see that your defensive line is pushed 5 yards back off the field before anybody's even like coming close to a running back when they're running the ball. It don't take a lot of football geniusness, just me opening my eyes to see that your offense, dog, the most bland ass route trees are being run. There's no run scheme that makes sense. You got a right tackle who is one of the worst pass protecting right tackles in the league. You
Did
got
he grade bad this week too?
oh, he graded terrible. He
Yeah.
bro, the only thing that saved that man's grade was Aiden Hutchinson breaking his leg. Bro, let me tell
That
you
man's
something.
leg was a noodle,
That
boy.
shit was crazy. I did not enjoy that at all, actually. So when I tell you that this team is very obviously deficient of talent and coaching, and it's not hard to tell. Some really educated professionals who report on your team should have the ability to ask you some hard questions, bro. Like it really don't take a lot to understand what's going on, and it doesn't take a lot to accept and be humble in the fact that you made this fucking bed and you got to sleep in that shit. And I'm glad that on your fucking birthday, in your house,
Fat
under
ass
your
L.
stupidly fucking built house that doesn't have no goddamn curtains during a football game in the middle of the day, facing the west direction when the sun is
Oh
over and
yeah,
blinding everybody.
yeah.
Been the dumbest fucking design ever. And the only reason they even don't do that is because Jerry thinks it looks cooler when the sun's showing on the field during the game. And that's, again, some really dumb shit's being made apparent about your team, dog. And it's all because of you. So accept the L, bro. Accept the L. Be resigned with the fact that this is your team, bro. You did this. Be okay with that. And let's just move on into the next season because we damn sure ain't doing shit this season, bro. Like that's hey, bro. I'm not gonna say like I'm like not like obviously, bro. It's in my blood, bro. I can't not be a Cowboys fan. It hurts to not. You know what I mean? Like I'm imagining the same thing, bro. The Cowboys play and it hurts not to watch them, like how the Eagles play. If you're not watching them, like it stings a little bit. It's not a fun experience. But I don't know if I can watch this team, dog. I don't know if I can sit here. I'm gonna do it because we got this show and I want to be educated for the show. But like, man, bro, it's tough, bro.
If you ever want to be able to actually vent true
I'm never.
feelings,
Before you even start that,
you
fuck
know
all
what I'm
that.
saying, to actually hold your
Hey,
team accountable
hey,
and the organization make decisions based
fuck
off
all
of
that.
the fans holding their team accountable, man, leave them bum ass Cowboys and take your ass to the East Coast.
It don't
Death
work
Row
like that,
Records.
brother.
I mean, the Philly Eagles.
I'm perfectly satiated with the fact that I'm just gonna hate my team.
You tired of your manager being all up in the videos?
Oh no, D. All right, so like, hey man, hey, listen.
Take that.
So yeah, man, that's the state of the Cowboys at the moment, bro. We're gonna roll into next the bye week this week, so maybe I'll feel better by next week because I haven't watched them for a week. But it's terrible over here in DFW right now when it comes to the football team. But hey, Mavs start playing next week. Stars are playing right now. Rangers season's over, which sucks, but like, hey, you know what I mean? The future's still bright with that team in Arlington. It is what it is. Cowboys, you better get your shit correct before the other teams in the DFW start taking over the fandom in a way that Jerry ain't gonna like. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. So, all right, man. Damn, bro. I had to get that off my chest, you know what I'm saying? That felt like a little heavy on me. And I'm glad I got to sit down and really talk my shit for a second there. But looking at the rest of the league, bro. All right, man. So I wanted to get into this. I got some questions. We got some trades, man. I appreciate that, Devontae. Thank you for that. We got some trades and shit going on. So we didn't have a trade at all for the first 6-7 weeks of the year,
which was crazy if you ask me. But go ahead.
Well, outside of Johan Dotson, right? That was like the one. There's like a few.
Dotson.
Jahan, yeah. That was like one of the few trade situations at the beginning of the year, but we haven't had one in about 5 weeks. And then lo and behold, we got 3 in a day. Actually, I think we had like 5 in a day because I think Akers came through after. There was a D2 who went first, and then it was Devontae, and then it was Amari, and then
Reddick will get moved this week. I think Reddick goes to Detroit.
It is what it is, bro. The rich get richer. Probably. So I don't know, man. So we're gonna talk about some of those situations, right? So we got after a Jets like very, very insanely bad loss to the Bills, something that they should have won that game. I want to say by at least 2 touchdowns. They should have won that game. It was some really bad decision making, and then Aaron Rodgers made what I consider to be the worst read of the entire week. even though Dak Prescott had like 2 interceptions, like Aaron Rodgers was not making some smart decisions on that last play, and they lose to the Bills, but they pick up one Devontae Adams from the Las Vegas Raiders. Corey, how you feel about that?
I, for one, don't think that the Jets, I don't think that this is going to make the Jets any more than what they already are. I think they get a slight boost. I think there's some camaraderie there. I think the Jets recognize, I believe wholeheartedly, this is more about how bad Aaron Rodgers is than how good Devontae Adams is. Hear me out. The Jets recognize we have to go all in because we paid this man. And Aaron Rodgers, he don't got too much long left, and he really on a bad Achilles. So we have to go all in because we out here paying people. We also just fired our head coach, and we said it was him. That's why we fired him. So if we're not starting to win games, it's looking bad on everybody.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, very clearly, as you said, he's not the Aaron. We know who Aaron Rodgers is in totality, but right now he's really kind of looking like the Washington Wizards Michael Jordan.
Which is crazy because he be making some throws still that's like, God damn, that was a good ass.
And so was Mike. Mike was on the Wizards sometimes. I'll be like, hey, Mike going crazy. And then there's other times he was like, Mike, you go ahead and sit down, bro. Yeah. Or them last days of Cleveland with Shaq when he was in Cleveland and he was over at Boston and everything at Phoenix. Them days of Shaq. That's what Aaron Rodgers is looking like.
Shaq and Phoenix was still cold. Shaq and Phoenix.
All right, maybe not Phoenix. What was it? I feel like in the last couple of years, he went to like 8 different teams.
It was
Cleveland for sure and Boston for sure.
Boston, he was like okay, and then Cleveland, he was not good.
Yeah, bro, this is not looking good. So what you go do is you go get Devontae Adams because he already has a rapport with Devontae Adams, and it's gonna look like that Aaron Rodgers is better. But the other thing is he hasn't been targeting Garrett Wilson, which I do think is gonna offer Garrett Wilson a little bit of like. He's going to get more one-on-ones, a little bit more opportunities to actually get off. Pause. But anyway, what also could happen is that he is going to stare down, so to speak, Devontae Adams. He's going to force the ball to Devontae Adams type stuff. Then you get a situations that sometimes Jalen Hurts gets into, which is A.J. Brown is my safety net, throw that bitch up. And it's picked off. It's double, triple covered. It was a bad decision. But, hey, it's Devontae Adams. I'm just going to throw that hole, and I'm Aaron Rodgers. So I think this says more about Aaron Rodgers' play than really even Devontae Adams. The fact that the Raiders – I'm sorry, fam. This is just me, and I may be petty. If I paid you and you came to me asking for a trade for whatever reason and really be on some BS and you say I want to be traded to the Jets are the last place that you're going.
Did he have a no trade clause though? That's what.
Unless I could fleece the Jets, that's the only way. If I was getting Breece Hall and some other people, then fine. Whatever team you tell me you want to go to is a team you're not going to.
Yeah.
So I don't know why the Vikings are so stupid. I'm sorry. The Raiders are so stupid and let that happen. But it is what it is.
I will double up on a lot of what you said there. I don't see this move as really causing them to be in a better place. When I look at the Jets, the thing that I'm not concerned about is the receiving group. Mike Williams obviously get thrown under the bus for that last
right, 100%.
Which, hey, Aaron, bro, look at Breece Hall for the check down. You got a first down and another play to go. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of on you. That's not. I mean, you don't stare down receivers. Like look at the flats because they're probably open to. I think that when I look at the Jets, it is one, discipline, which firing a coach midseason don't help with. I mean, the penalties in that game were insane, Corey. I mean, just all kinds of. I mean, the Cowboys do this too. It's just like you shooting yourself in the foot. You making it harder on. Why make it harder on yourself,
Facts.
bro? Be disciplined.
Eagles do too.
Yes. So the discipline is really bad. The offensive line is atrocious, and I mean, I hate to say it, but Tyron Smith, dog, he cooked. He a little cooked, bro. I don't know how to say it any better, bro, but you need to hang up them cleats, dog. And you don't look good in Jets green anyway. So let's be real. Let's be very clear. So there's that piece, and then there's also the piece where it's like the team as a whole, the atmosphere and the culture is so dysfunctional that adding someone who's disgruntled into a team in which everyone knows that, like, wink wink, Aaron Rodgers was not pleased with Saleh for some reason or another and threw him under the bus to get him fired, doesn't seem to me to make things feel like they're gonna mesh. You know what I mean?
I
And
feel that.
how you gonna take two Ferraris out and drive every day, bro? It's kind of hard to do. And Garrett Wilson is a Ferrari, and so is Devontae Adams. But you know, and I know that when Devontae and Aaron were back in Green Bay before Devontae left and before Aaron left, Devontae was 90% of the first read looks when they were passing the ball.
This is true.
So you tell
I
me
you
what's
got to
gonna
do
happen
it
with.
like you got to do it like Devontae Smith and like AJ Brown.
But who's
They,
Devontae Smith? Because I think Garrett Wilson right now is better than Devontae. Like,
either
no
way,
shit, no
either
shit.
way, I'm saying they're interchangeable in this sense of like whenever teams start to cue on AJ Brown and we know that, okay, Devontae, it's time for you to go crazy. We got to get you in these slots. We got to get you in these certain situations. And then
Mhm.
with the next week when they're like, oh, look how they're using Devontae Smith, then we gonna go back to AJ Brown.
But the problem with that, Corey, and this is where I'm getting back to my point of the offensive line is terrible. So when you stare down your first read, as bad as Aaron did in Green Bay to Devontae, you not gonna have a cohesive offensive scheme. You're gonna have something that looks forced, something that looks like you're missing out on open reads to Garrett. Because even if the pressure and the looks start going to Devontae, now you have Garrett sitting on an island, but the offensive line is so bad that you can't get to that progression. Cause you're not, you know what I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, I can already see what Aaron's gonna do, bro. He's smart. I shouldn't say smart. He's knowledgeable enough. He is a great football mind. He's gonna know where pressure comes from and all that stuff like that. But that man's so goddamn stubborn. I can't see him making different decisions when it comes to where he's gonna go with the ball. When you have a guy who is basically his best friend in the whole wide world, you know what I mean? At least in the football field, at least I think Nathaniel Hackett probably up there too. But like, when you got that guy on the field, you're gonna want to feed him more than you want to feed anybody else. That's just being a human, bro. I mean, I think
Right.
that's really what it is. So I don't know, man. It don't look good to me. I think it's really beneficial for Bruce Hall, which I think because it's gonna take stack boxes
Breeze
away,
Lightning. I'm sorry.
and honestly, Braylon Allen, because they both look like a really good dynamic duo. Um,
That's true.
and I still think that Garrett and Devontae are gonna eat, but that's all. That's all dependent on if the offensive line is gonna block. And I don't know. That doesn't feel like an certainty right now, and that's something that they're gonna have to figure out. So that's the first trade. The second trade that I think you are really gonna enjoy. For a lot of different reasons, it's pretty nuanced. But Amari Cooper to the Bills, and Josh Allen gets his number one receiver in a year in which he hasn't. I mean, he's an MVP, right, Corey?
Hmm?
Right now, through 6 weeks, 7 weeks, he's the MVP right now, right?
Josh Allen?
I think Josh Allen's MVP. I think so. Who would you say was MVP if it wasn't Josh Allen? That's my question to you.
I'm trying to think, bro. There's nothing
And
that like
don't say Saquon or Jalen because we know that's not.
nah, come on now. I'm a fan of football before I am a fan. But I will put Saquon. No, I'm just joking. I mean, if you want to give it to him, I wouldn't be like, he got like 10 touchdowns. He's already probably over 1,000 yards. So he's playing very well. Even though I feel like there's nothing in typical MVP season stuff be jumping off the screen, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the Bills are 4-2. Who is undefeated right now?
Vikings? I think Vikings might be the only one. I don't think Vikings have lost yet.
Is Sam Darnold playing better? Hey.
Wait. Okay. We have to context this, right? Because when Dak Prescott was 13-3 in his rookie year and was just insanely good, the person who won MVP was Matt Ryan, whose team was a lot better but he was kind of more of the reason why they were better. You know what I'm saying? Like he had Julio, but like he was making really, really like good plays throughout the whole season and had a better record. So I guess records matter, but I think that the strength of your argument of like how you impact the wins matter too. And like the Bills are still a
Sure,
winning team as of right
sure.
now.
I just know that typically in the MVP conversation, because to that point,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. I think, and I would die on this hill. Devontae may feel different. I feel like Carson Wentz should have been an MVP, even with the 2 games that he missed.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was very clearly there was no better player, no better quarterback in playing that year than Carson Wentz was playing. Granted, they gave it to Tom Brady. Tom Brady was also playing well. The last 2 games of the season, we kind of had some flubs, but that's all right. We
And
still
he got
got the
hurt
chip
too. So
in the end. That's what I'm saying. He got hurt. No, I'm saying he got hurt. He was out. We had to put in Nick Foles. Nick Foles got blasted in the first game.
but then played overall well and got to the Super Bowl. You know what
He
I'm
got
saying?
to
Like,
Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. So we're not taking that away from him.
Oh, and the
So
Chiefs are also undefeated. I forgot
the
about
Chiefs
that.
are undefeated. So you have, and they're not undefeated by not having. There's no team that will this, and I believe this wholeheartedly. You cannot be undefeated in the NFL if your quarterback isn't good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean good overall. I mean playing well that season. Because it could be that they're trash. And granted,
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, I think before the season that Dak Prescott messed his ankle up,
they were gonna be stupid, bro.
No, he was going to be the MVP.
Oh yeah,
to me, there was no better quarterback
When
playing.
I tell you, Corey, some of my bro, I got
that was a Super Bowl year for y'all.
I got broken up with when I was 18 with a girl. I got a flat tire when I was 22. The Cowboys were gonna go to the Super Bowl, and Dak Prescott snapped his head and leg in fucking half. Like that year, bro. Those are my biggest heartbreaks.
Big heartbreaks. But my point is just saying that like Sam Darnold right now, I think he's over 1,000 yards. He's got 11 passing touchdowns. So Josh Allen's playing well. I'll take an argument right now, like, he's MVP, but I'm gonna put him up there with the Sam Darnolds, the Patrick Mahomes right now. Like,
I just feel like Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold. Oh, for sure. First off, him and Baker are like tooth and nail for comeback player of the year. I think did Baker win it last year? I can't remember who won it last year. If he didn't win last year, I mean, like they're the 2 top guys for.
No, wait, was it DeMar Hamlin?
Nah,
I'm dead serious. He won 1 year.
Wait, what? There's no way. Comeback.
Oh, it was Joe Flacco last year.
Okay.
Hold on.
He was a nominee. DeMar Hamlin was a
nominee. DeMar was a nominee.
Yeah. It was.
But Flacco got the nod. Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping.
Yeah, so Baker and Sam Darnold right now, the 2 top for comeback player of the year. I think Sam could be in the MVP odds, and I also think Baker is he's fight. I mean, that game this week against the Saints, him and Chris Godwin got a connection, dog. That is impeccable. I'm quite scared to see what they do to the Cowboys later in the year, but I digress.
Hey, say what you want to say, but Joe Flacco playing crazy too.
No, yeah, Joe Flacco's he's crazy too, but they lost this week, didn't they?
Sure, they're 3-3.
Yeah,
but I mean, if you look at his QBR is nice, completion is nice. He's got 716 yards with 7 touchdowns. He hadn't started all the games.
Hey, we gonna put honey on Joe Flacco over here, dog. Joe, you have been just unbelievably the go-to guy when anybody breaks their leg, bro.
Let me tell you how long this man Joe Flacco been in the league, fam. I'll give you a quick story. I'll get off of it.
Okay.
I met Joe Flacco when he played for the Ravens against the Cowboys when I was in high school in 2008. I went on the field. I got to meet all the Cowboys and all the Ravens. It was the last game played at the Irving, Texas Stadium. Damn. And the Ravens won. Bro, they had like 2 80-yard runs. Bro? The old Texas Stadium, bro. I was there. I seen Michael Irvin in the hallway as the team was going to the locker room, chewing the team out. I've never seen somebody more scary when they were chewing somebody out. And I met Joe Flacco that day. That was 2008, fam. And he's still balling in the league right now.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, I think that to that point, I think that Sam Darnold is going to be a shoo-in for probably that award. For MVP, where I see him hit, because he can go undefeated. I think that's very possible. and he can still look good. But he's got so many weapons that like not another quarterback in the league that's playing at that level, I think, has. Truthfully, I don't think Patrick Mahomes has the weapons that Sam Darnold has. I don't
Sure.
think that even with this trade, I love Amari Cooper, but he's taking a little bit of a step back, and that could be possibly because of QB play. But I don't think Josh Allen
It's definitely because of QB play.
there is a few metrics like separation score and some other statistics and drop percentage that like it's not
Listen,
totally QB play.
no,
It
no,
is
no, no, no. Listen.
majorly QB
First
play
off, Amari's always been a route god,
for sure, but his
and
separation
I
score
don't
has
think
been not as
his
great.
right, but I don't think I would have to look back at the separation score in general. Like to me, he's always been a such a larger receiver and such a good route that he's able to quickly get in and out of cuts. So he's like open for a small window, but he's gonna catch it. But the
Mhm.
balls I seen him drop, besides maybe a few, have been bad balls. Now, granted, older Amari
We'll probably catch them.
might have snagged them hoes,
That's what I'm saying.
but he laid out like this.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Like he's not taking such a huge drastic step back. Like he's still going to be the number one receiver.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
getting older, but
Yes,
watch him play better now that he's where he is.
For sure. But okay, so to all that to say this, I think Sam Darnold has a lot more opportunities to catch an open guy because Justin Jefferson stays open. Jordan Addison's a speed freak, and Jalen Nair, I think is his name, Naylor or whatever. Great third wide receiver. Hawkinson's not there, so maybe like you talk a little bit about the tight ends. That's a little bit, and then we'll see what happens with. I think Aaron Jones is hurt, so that's why they traded for Cam Akers. So we'll see what's going on with that. But the weapons is there on the. I mean, the defense too for that team just puts them in positions to score the ball, bro. I mean, shout out Brian Flores for having just I think possibly the most comeback like story. Sorry, the best comeback story when it comes to coaching in the league. Definitely Brian Flores on that because his defense is insane. So all that to say, I think I'll give it to Josh Allen because of what I've seen. Like his team wins only because Josh Allen is doing something different than most of the QBs. Like Patrick is doing something different too, but man, we're not gonna start the conspiracy theories, but the Chiefs be getting a lot of pass interference calls in the last 3-4 minutes of a game. I'm gonna say that.
Hey, Cowboys, pay your refs. Stop being cheap.
Man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. He ain't paying players. You think he gonna be playing refs? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you want to win, you make it do what it do.
Shit, whatever. But so that's gonna be interesting. Those were two of the top trades. I mean, I think that there's some significance and some conversations we could talk about in the next few weeks. Trade deadlines are 3 weeks away. Hassan Reddick is definitely feels like the next shoe to drop, and maybe even like tonight, there maybe hear some stories going on. But
yeah, maybe, but I think probably early next week because we're already at Wednesday.
The Lions went through their bye this past week, right? So they came in after a bye.
Right, but
so I would say
saying?
If you want to bring him in, I think in the next 48 hours you're gonna hear something.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be before. I don't think he's gonna be playing this Sunday, but I think if he's gonna go to the Lions, something's gonna get worked out with the next 48 hours, or at least by the weekend. So we'll see. But I digress. So those are two big things. Some other news and just kind of short form updates and stuff before we head off. We got about 10 minutes. Corey, man, the best game this week. Can you tell me what you thought of? And this is particularly impressive to me. 49ers versus Seahawks. I think that was the best game of the week.
It was a good game. When I was watching it at first, I was like, it doesn't really look like it's that good of a game. But Seahawks did what the Seahawks do, which is they kind of typically make a little. They get it clicking. Sometimes it'll be a little bit late, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw something that I didn't like to see, but this is just football. So, Geno Smith is still balling.
True.
Now, for some reason this week he was kind of Geno. He was Genoing. You know what I'm saying? But he still had 312 yards. They made him throw the rock, I feel like, a lot this game. But then I don't know what happened with DK Metcalf, but whatever it is, I don't like to see it because people are then going to start running with narratives. And the other thing is, I'm starting to question, like, is DK Metcalf an elite receiver?
That's a conversation.
Because, bro, when I think about OBJ, right? Let's just try this out. OBJ, what is his signature moment?
The catch against AJ Brown at the end zone versus the Cowboys.
Right. Okay. Dez Bryant, signature moment.
Not AJ Brown. Sorry.
What do you think of?
Dez Bryant's signature moment is kind of a flub.
Right, but it's the Green Bay going up, win the game, catch, stretch for the touchdown. Wasn't a catch, ends up being a catch, right? Yeah. If I start naming off great receivers, you can tell me what their signature moment is, right? What is DK's?
Catching someone on a interception. That's all I think about.
That's it. I think I'm hawking nobody down.
Yeah.
There's no moment that I'm thinking, oh, DK as a wide receiver is great. And I'm not saying that it's not like good. He just don't have a signature moment. And maybe that's a bad litmus test about if somebody's a great receiver or not. But when has he changed the game when they was like, all right, we down, we need to go to DK Metcalf? I can say that about AJ Brown. Hell, I can even say it about Devontae Smith a couple of times.
I can say that about CD.
I can say that about CD over and over.
Jettas and
I can say that about Jettas. I can say that about my boy
now and
who the boy in the Bengals.
Jamar.
I can say that about Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
We can definitely say about Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
DK. What could we say? So good game. I still think he just got to give me more. That's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He got to give me more.
That's fair.
The Bills are a good team.
I was just like a good game on a Thursday. What's going on?
Yeah, facts. But I told you about that boy Brock Purdy, boy.
Boy, I mean, listen, bro. Brock, can we have the conversation about Brock Purdy versus Joe Burrow yet? Are we ready to have that conversation yet? Like,
yeah, Joe Burrow is
overhyped.
Yes, very much so.
Like, I love Joe Burrow, and he seems like a very genuinely good dude, but like, Brock Bowers is top 3 QB right now, and I don't think Joe is.
That boy Brock Purdy got 1,600 yards, 9 tutties.
All right, sorry. Joe was a top 5 because we're gonna get heat for this because Joe has had a really good year, but
Joe's a top 5 what?
Top 5 QB
in the league right now.
Joe's numbers are insane this year. Yes, yeah.
Joe Burrow is top 5 in the league right now.
Right now, QB wise, yes. I don't think that's a conversation. Yeah.
Well, let's have it because I think it might be
Pat, Josh, Lamar, Brock, Joe. I think that's fine. I think that's a fair assessment. I think you got Baker that's next. You got Sam that's after him. You have man, this is where it gets really weird because I want to say Jalen is like he's crept into the top 10 for me, but he's not. He's not supplanted. But CJ's right after. But yeah.
All right. I'll take it. Joe might be top 5.
Yeah.
The Bengals just suck.
Yeah, they don't have a defense. Their defense is crazy bad. They have a defensive coach, but don't have a defense. It's the same. Is Zach Taylor a defensive coach?
I don't know what he is. We need to get it together.
All right, man. So we got week 7 coming up, man. Let me get to my sheet real quick and let's see. We have Eagles versus who, Corey?
We are playing them sorry ass Giants.
So that's a dub for the Eagles.
And it better be a big one too. For some reason we always play down to the Giants. I can't stand that shit, bro.
That is kind of weird. It's kind of like the Cowboys and the Commanders for the last few years. Is like, why is the Commanders playing better against us than they should?
I don't know, bro. Like we're a 3-point favorite, bro. We should at least be 6.5, dog.
I don't think that the Giants score more than one touchdown if they score a touchdown against y'all. I do. Their offensive line is so bad, and Andrew Thomas has got injured for the rest of the season. So, um, be bliss in the fact that you're going to get a dub.
time out. We are gonna blow them out. You wanna know why? You
Why?
wanna know why?
Huh?
Bro, we gonna get a Saquon the ball about 40 times, boy.
Probably.
Going
Honestly,
back against the Giants, boy, we gonna get that boy the ball about 40 times.
that's true.
Boy.
It's the revenge game, but revenge game for who? Revenge game for who? All right. So some big games this week. Thursday, we start out with Broncos and Saints. That's gonna be kind of cheese. I ain't gonna lie. I think that Pat Surtain is injured, but then also Rashid Shaheed is injured. So, I think that's gonna be another bum of a Thursday game.
That. We got another London game. London.
Man, I ain't waking up for that shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm looking at the Patriots and the Jags.
No.
Wait, were the Jags in London last week too?
Yeah, bro. They've been there the whole week, bro.
They sent the Jags out. They said,
hey, bro, we tested
the whole
this shit
season
out
over there.
I think they really tested it out. I think that if anybody gets moved to London, it's probably gonna be the Jags. I'm not gonna lie. Jags versus Patriots in London. Seahawks versus Falcons, which I think is gonna be a pretty good game. I think the best game of the week this week, Packers versus Texans. That's gonna be it's gonna be a heat game.
I'm with that. But Kansas City versus San Francisco?
No, bro. San Francisco, bro. Listen, man. Listen. Corey. Hear me out. All right. Jordan Mason just got hurt too, right? Like Jordan Mason isn't going to play this week.
Yeah.
So the 49ers injuries are insane. Cowboys have been really, like, they were really injury. And like, you talked a little bit about like not every loss is the same. Like that's the reason why I'm not going to harp on the loss as much as like just how it's gone. But the 49ers injuries is bad, dog. Like catastrophic in a degree.
What about Detroit and Minnesota?
Detroit and Minnesota haven't had the injuries up until this week, though. And Minnesota, yes. But Detroit, I mean, up until Aiden Hutchinson broke his damn leg, bro, they've been pretty okay. Like, it's not.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a good game. It's a lot of 12 o'clock games, bro.
Oh, you talking about the games? Oh, I thought you were talking about injuries.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
No. I'm talking about the game.
Detroit and Minnesota will be heat. I will say that Detroit and Minnesota will be heat. But the firepower to me. Between the Texans and the Packers, and maybe it's because I got the Texans starting quarterback, and on my wife's fantasy team, I have Jordan Love starting on that team, so I just really want to see a lot of offense. Actually thinking about Lions and Vikings are pretty. That's never mind. That's the divisional game too.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
That's gonna probably be the best. That's probably gonna be the best. Okay, so and then we got a doubleheader on Monday Night Football. What I hate is that this week
I'm tired of these doubleheaders, bro.
Bro, we have to watch the Jets versus Steelers and Russ Wilson, who you for some reason think should be the starter for them, and I still think is not a good idea. But we have to watch them at primetime at 7:20, bro. The Jets get so much love with these primetime games, man. I'm so tired of it.
They do.
I'm so sick of it.
I don't believe that like Russ needs to be the starter because he's better than Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm thinking of this from a business standpoint. I can't bring him in and not play him, fam.
I disagree.
Bro, as a business, the thing is, I'm not saying play him for the rest of the season.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying play him for the rest of the season. I'm saying from a business standpoint, I can't bring that man in. He's got to play something to put something on tape to maybe see if he's valuable to somebody else. Because nobody's going to take my asset if they – imagine he doesn't play and I need to get off of Russ. Why didn't he play? Why wouldn't you let him play? Do I want to take him? No.
But your team is 4-2. Wait until your team is 500 if you want to really do that.
But I would feel even more comfortable. No. Because then you put Russ in a situation where he has to play savior. No, put him in now where he doesn't. He's playing with confidence because he's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they lose a game, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And keep going. Matter of fact, maybe you put him in now and you're up and he starts performing pretty well. And then you can say, who needs a quarterback out there? Because I got me one in Justin Fields. I just need to go ahead and get off of Russ. That's what I'm saying. Business-wise, it makes sense because I need to put my asset out there so people can see. Or I can put him out there for him to get hurt. I hate to say it.
I agree with you, but I also disagree with you in a way. Like, I see your point, but I still think that if you're trying to get to the playoffs, business needs to take the business shit out. Worry about what's on the field, and I think on the field they're okay as a team right now. Their offense does need to. I get it because I think their offense has been stagnant enough to have this conversation, but I still would probably not do it. All right. My sleeper, my prediction, my hot take of the week is I think Commanders are going to be 4-3 after this week. I think they're gonna catch a sneaky L against the Panthers because guess who's activated on Sunday? One Jonathan Brooks, first round pick. I think he got juice and he's gonna have some fresh legs, and I want to see it. And I also love Chuba and Jonathan as a 1-2 punch. I think that's gonna be actually pretty heat. So I think the Commanders
Bring
take a
Miles
sneaky
Sanders
L.
back to Philly.
For what? For fucking what, Corbin?
I'm just joking. I'm just saying bring him back because I wanted to be there. I just hate that he over there riding the pond.
Nah, bro. He deserves it though. He's not good, bro.
I hate that he over there. No, I don't think he's not good. I just think you get him in the right schemes, you good. And people were saying the same thing about old buddy, but he was the leading rusher for the Bears this week too.
Oh, the DeAndre Swift? Yeah. He's pretty good still. All right, Corey. Hey man, I enjoyed this episode, bro. Thank you for letting get some
I was about to say you got to get it off your chest.
Frustration off my chest, man. Those are gonna be some good clips for you once you talk to
for sure, bro.
So right now,
send this clip over immediately.
Immediately. Yeah, I got a staff meeting and I'm gonna send it right over. Right now, we about to head out. Thank you, boys, girls, and MBs for joining us today. We will see y'all next week on the Birds and the Boys. Peace.
Ladies, ladies, and gents. That's what I say.
Yeah, that's pretty